to the Soul Talk podcast. This podcast is about how we move through the world, mind, body, and spirit, one intentional step at a time. I'm Marybeth Hrim, and I am so excited and glad that you're here. I've spent the last 3 decades walking with people through their mental, emotional, and sometimes physical journeys. And I've lived many of those journeys myself. I've run half marathons, I've sat in stillness, I've navigated grief, aging, recovery, injuries, strength, and joy. And through it all, one truth has remained. Our bodies are not problems to solve. They're stories to honor. So today's episode is titled Move Like a Woman, Body, Hormones, and Strength at Every Age. And I want to say this right up front. This is not about shrinking, fixing, or keeping up. This is about reclaiming rhythm, your rhythm. It's about redefining strength, your strength. And it's also about celebrating us, celebrating the female body through every season of life. So let's start with something honest. We don't talk nearly enough about how a woman's body actually evolves. Sure, we hear about puberty, maybe pregnancy, but what about perimenopause? What about the years after menopause? What about the subtle shifts, the sleep changes, the energy dips, the joint pain, the way our recovery takes longer, and our intuition seems to get louder? Hormones don't just impact reproduction, they influence how we metabolize our food, how we build or lose muscle, how our brains focus, and how we emotionally process the world. So, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, they're more than just numbers, they're rhythms. And the more we understand those rhythms, the more we can move with them rather than against them. So let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like your body betrayed you? Have you looked in the mirror and thought, what happened to me? Or tried to work out the way you did in your 30s, only to feel depleted for many days? And if you're not in alone, if you're not alone, but here's a reframe. Your body isn't failing. It's evolving. And the movement in this stage of life isn't about to get harder. It's about to get wiser. For every woman in midlife and beyond, here are a few truths I've learned, both professionally and personally. You need more rest, not less. Rest is not a weakness, it's recovery. Hormonal changes affect cortisol and inflammation, and when we override our need to slow down, we invite injury, fatigue, and burnout. I know that I've gone through that just recently with a major injury to my hamstring and my abductors and a knee. And it is taking literally forever to recover from it. And I wasn't giving myself the rest that I really needed. So my body was craving that rest. So let's talk a little bit about strength training. And I know that's something that's really sometimes hard to do for some people, but strength training matters more now than ever because muscle mass naturally declines as we age. But that doesn't mean that we're powerless. Lifting weights, resistance bands, body weight exercises, they help us keep strong. They help keep our bones healthy and also does improve our metabolism. And also cardio may look different, and that's okay. One thing that I realize is that with running, I also need to add strength training and resistance training to that training plan because that helps keep me balanced. That helps my bones. That helps just everything all inside on a cellular level. So you may not need long, intense sessions because I usually maybe do anywhere from 5 to say 20 minutes. So again, brisk walks, shorter interval trainings, even hiking can give you cardiovascular benefit without like overtaxing your nervous system. You're allowed to move on your time, and you're allowed to move intuitively. Not every workout needs to be scheduled or structured. I always tell people really to have fun with it, because some days your body wants to stretch and breathe. Some days it's just a yoga, maybe 10 minutes. Some days it wants to lift and sweat. And some days it just wants to be to where you maybe just do nothing or meditate. So let me share something from my own journey in my 30s and 40s. Back then, it really meant performance. It was all about goals, it was times, it was distances, and now it's all about presence. Now it's just about getting out there in nature. It's just about getting out there and feeling good. I want to feel into my body, not fight against it. A walk, you know, around the block with my dogs. Usually that helps a lot. And it helps them too because they need exercise as well. A flow yoga class. Again, maybe 10, 20 minutes. Doesn't have to be long. You don't have to do this for an hour. A strength session that focuses maybe just on form, not on ego. And yes, sometimes a just a good old-fashioned run because I can and I still can. And I don't take and I don't take anything for granted. So today I want to offer you 3 gentle reflection prompts. So get out a journal, jot these down, and, later just sit with them for a few quiet moments and ask yourself, how has your relationship with your body changed over time? How has your relationship with your body changed over time? What stories, beliefs, or habits are you carrying that no longer serve you? What stories, beliefs, or habits are you carrying that no longer serve you? What kind of movement feels nourishing in this current season of your life? What kind of movement feels nourishing in this current season of your life? Not what you should do, but what your body and spirit actually crave. How can I honor what my body can do today? How can I honor what my body can do today? Not 10 pounds ago, not 5 years ago, but today with softness and gratitude. Here's a truth that I want you to walk away with. You're strong in every season. You're strong. Your body is not a before and after. It is a living, breathing, wise instrument capable of joy, strength, and adaptation. And when you move like a woman on your terms, in your rhythm, you tap into something ancient, powerful and deeply healing. So, as always, thank you for spending this time with me. Keep moving gently, keep moving honestly, and keep showing up just as you are. Until next time, I'm Marybeth Hrim.